Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Faithful Media Tech. Today, we're taking you on Excel Sumif function. Before I continue, after watching the video, please try and subscribe, share, like, and if there's any challenge, question, suggestion you need to throw in, feel free to comment it in the comment box below. Today, we're going to look at Sumif. In our previous video, we talked about formulas and sum function, how to write formulas and then use sum function in Excel. Today we're going to talk about how to make use of sum if function. So what do you use sum if for? You use the sum if function to sum the values in the range that meet criteria that you specify. For example, you have set of numbers and you can just say if set A is greater than set B, then add these numbers together. If set B is less than set A, then add these numbers together. These are the way you use sum if function in Excel, and it's a conditional function. If what is specified does not meet the criteria, it will skip it. So what am I trying to say now? If set B is not equal to set A, then the value will be 0. But if it is equal to set A, it will return the answer to you. So let's look at it. What is the syntax for you to use in sum if? Right here, you can see the syntax here in our Excel sheet. Every function or formulas in Excel start with equal to. So we have equal to sum if bracket range, and we have our criteria here. Then the next thing is the sum range. The range has to be the first range of cells that you want to evaluate using the criteria, such as a cell from A1 to A10, and depending on their range. And then the criteria defines what the cells and the range evaluate. Define what the cells and the range evaluate. It can be, the criteria can be equal to, can be less than, can be greater than, can be not equal to. So how do you make use of this formula in Excel? And lastly, the sum range. The sum range is the actual cells to add if it matches the criteria. So at the end of the day, if everything matches what you specify, it will add everything and it will make use of that sum range. So let's see in our example 1. Here we have week 1, and week 1, let's assume that is the sales of employee in the company. Now, what is the condition given to each employer? At the end of every week, they must return over 150,000 naira. It's written here. So if a particular staff fails to meet this range, then there will be no interest for him, and he has already failed the mission. So everybody must fight to sell his or her goods over 150,000 naira. And the interest, let's just assume also that the interest is also 150,000 naira for each person. Now, how do you tell Excel to evaluate this for you? You start with your equal sign, sum, you put if bracket, then you select the range or ranges of cell you want to make use of. Can be more than this depending on your data. Then I have just few here, just as example for you, to show that you are making use of another cell range, or another thing is coming after this cell range. You put comma, and then specify that criteria using your code. So now I will now put, because I'm looking at something over 150,000 naira, I will put greater than 150,000 naira. 3, and then I close it, and I will press my enter key and return 900,000 naira for me. Let me explain how it works here now. So if you can see now, if you look at this very data from here, from A12 to A15, you can see that we have just 4 staffs here. So Excel look at the people that meet the criteria and add them together and skip the one that does not meet. So you can see that the first person here only have 100,000 naira, and then from the second person to the last person, they are above 450,000 naira. So you only add them together. That's why you're having 900. If you should look at 400, 300, 200, we have 900,000 naira. Let's look at the interest. So now, since interest is also with the week 1, it goes like this: equal to sum if bracket. You select the first one, which is the range. Looking at the formula there, put comma, then you're looking at 150,000 naira, 150,000 naira, okay, comma, and then you select the second cell. So here, if I enter, you see that the total interest there is 15,900. So the Excel skip this very first one and add the remaining 3 together to get the interest. Okay, that is how to make use of if function. Let's go back to example 2 and see another way you can make use of if function. For example, if you look at the formula bar here, you can see everything is here, the range, but I will explain to you what I did there. Now let's go. In example 2, we are looking at, we have categories of items, and we just have another items and sales. In category, we have electronics, vegetables, and fruits. And items, we have Android, Apple, tomatoes, laptop, oranges, tablets, and apples. And this is their amount. So equal to sum if bracket. Now I want to deal with category first. So I'm looking at only electronics. So sum here, anything electronics in this category, sum them together. So equal to, I just put my this thing, a comma, and cut there, and I type electronics. So Excel will look for electronics for me and sum them together. Okay, I select the sum range. The second one now is the sum range. That is my sum range, and I hit enter, and it sum everything that is electronics here together. Likewise to the second one, items ending with ES. Now if you look at the items now, we have something like tomatoes, oranges, apples. So any sort of item that is specific items like that, you add them together. So let's see the method you can apply to do such. So equal to sum if brackets. Now for me to tell Excel that I'm looking for specific letters, I must put asterisk and then type the letters I'm searching for among the list of data I have. So I'm looking for only items with ES. Remember, you must put star, that is asterisk, before the letters you are looking for. So I close it back, and then I select this one again, and hit enter. So if you look at it now, it's selecting only tomatoes, oranges and apples, and if you should add them together you get 7,950 naira. This is how to make use of Sumif in Excel. There are many other ways you can use, but in our next tutorial we will discuss it. Thank you for watching. See you on Wednesday. Keep sharing the video, subscribe, and then drop a comment of observation or any question you want.